Welcome to the Jungfrau, top of Europe journey. There are two main ways to reach the top of Europe, one starting from Lauterbrunnen, and the other from Grindelwald. In our adventure, we begin at Grindelwald Terminal Station, located at 943 meters above sea level. Now I am going to buy a ticket. My ticket to Jungfrau normally costs 227 Swiss francs. But with the SBB Halbtax card, the Swiss half-fare card, I only paid half the price, around 113 francs. For most travelers, this is the best way to save money. The SBB Halbtax gives you 50% off almost all trains, cable cars, and mountain excursions across Switzerland. Other passes, like the Swiss Travel Pass, only give you a 25% discount for Jungfraujoch. So in this case, the Halbtax is definitely the cheapest option. If you plan to visit several mountains or travel often by train during your trip, the SBB Halbtax quickly pays for itself. From here, we board the modern Eiger Express cable car. In just 15 minutes, it takes us up to Eigergletscher station, at 2,320 meters. At Eigergletscher, we switch to the historic cogwheel train. The journey begins with a 15-minute ride in the modern Eiger Express cabin. As we glide above the valley, the village of Grindelwald slowly disappears below us. Surrounded by lush green meadows, charming wooden chalets, and dramatic mountain peaks, this ride is like floating through a postcard. On a clear day, you can see the mighty Eiger North face towering ahead, while behind you the rolling hills stretch back toward Interlaken. It's a breathtaking start to the adventure, and honestly, the views from the cabin alone are worth the trip. After just 15 minutes, we arrive at Eigergletscher station, sitting at 2,320 meters above sea level. Stepping out of the cabin, you're greeted by crisp alpine air and stunning views of the surrounding peaks. From here, the journey continues by train, taking us even higher into the heart of the mountain. Eigergletscher is the gateway to the Jungfraujoch, and it already feels like you've entered another world, where glaciers, snowfields, and jagged cliffs surround you in every direction. On the way up, the train makes a short stop at Eismeer station, about 3,160 meters above sea level. For around 5 minutes, passengers can step out and look through the large windows carved directly into the rock. From here, you get an incredible view of the glacier, icy blue crevasses and endless fields of snow stretching across the mountains. It's a quick stop, but a magical moment that gives you a first real glimpse of the frozen world awaiting at the top. After our brief stop at Eismeer station, the train continues its climb even higher through the mountain. Just a few minutes later, we reach the legendary Jungfraujoch, the top of Europe. At 3,454 meters, this is the highest railway station in Europe, surrounded by glaciers and towering alpine peaks. The final stretch of the ride builds the excitement, as every meter brings us closer to one of the most breathtaking places on Earth. Our journey to the Jungfraujoch takes about 1 hour in total, starting with the cable car and then continuing by train deep inside the mountain. This destination is famously known as the top of Europe, because at 3,454 meters above sea level, it is home to the highest railway station in all of Europe. Nowhere else on the continent can you ride a train this high into the Alps. Up here, the weather is almost always cold, even during summer, temperatures often stay close to freezing. That's why it's important to bring warm clothes, sturdy shoes, and maybe even gloves and a hat. Once you arrive, you'll find restaurants, cafes, and observation decks where you can relax and enjoy the incredible scenery. Among the highlights is the Ice Palace, a magical tunnel carved into the glacier, filled with shimmering ice sculptures. Another must-see is the Sphinx Observatory, perched at 3,571 meters, offering breathtaking views across the Aletsch Glacier, the longest glacier in Europe. On clear days, the panorama stretches so far that you can even see into Germany, France, and Italy. The history here is just as fascinating as the views. The idea of building a railway was first imagined in the late 1800s, and after years of daring engineering, the very first train finally reached the Jungfraujoch on August 1, 1912. Since then, it has become one of Switzerland's most iconic destinations, welcoming millions of visitors, from scientists and explorers to world-famous celebrities. Standing here, you don't just experience the beauty of the Alps, you also feel the achievement of human ambition meeting nature at the very roof of Europe. Over the years, the Jungfraujoch has welcomed not only millions of travelers from around the world, but also many famous visitors. From world leaders and scientists, to explorers, athletes, and celebrities, countless well-known figures have stood here at the top of Europe, experiencing the same breathtaking views we see today. It's a place that truly inspires everyone who visits, ordinary travelers and legends alike. As the day comes to an end, it's time to make the return journey. The last train down from the Jungfraujoch usually leaves around 6 in the evening, so visitors should plan their time carefully to enjoy all the attractions without rushing. Riding back through the tunnels and valleys, we leave behind the glaciers and snowy peaks, carrying unforgettable memories from the top of Europe.